Former player of yours, Colin Kaepernick's been in the news a bit. He's been sort of taking a stand and stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I just wonder, as someone who knows the guy, Jim, if you have sort of any insight into what he's doing or where he's coming from.
Well, I don't have any insight, but I'm okay with him having something he's passionate about, but I don't agree with the stage in which he used. He disrespected the most sacred symbol this country has, our flag, and a leader never leads from sitting down. So having a cause and being passionate about something, I'm all for that. The way in which he tried to deliver it, I do not agree with.
I appreciate you taking the time to answer the question, Jim. I also have a few questions about Eastern, of course.
Sure.
What are you seeing out of that defense, and how do you think your running backs will perform in their first test?
Well, they're good. I mean, they play hard. They're a well-coached team, very well-coached team. And they do a great job up there. Not a lot of glaring weaknesses. They tackle well. They're very sound. They don't do a whole lot, but what they do well, they're sound. And this is not a game where you go in and say, oh yeah, we should have no problem. You say they're good. They're good on offense. They're good on defense. They're well coached. So it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it's going to be good. I mean, we're going to do what we do. We don't change what we do, and hopefully that'll be good enough.
Is there anything with FCS teams, or maybe the way because they have fewer scholarships? Do they rotate a little differently? Do they have different styles or ways of playing that maybe are different than an FBS school?
When I was back at that level, one thing, these games were our Super Bowls. When we got a chance to play somebody like this, it meant everything to us. But in that same sense, we don't have a lot of depth either. So you got to try to keep your guys fresh as you can, because you don't have a lot of scholarships, you don't have a lot of depth. So one, it's a big game for those schools. I know it was for us when we played the big boys. And two, you don't have a lot of depth, so you have to make sure you try to keep your guys healthy and just let the chips fall where they may.
I've got to imagine that Super Bowl effect is only amplified when it's a nearby school, a school that maybe a lot of those players were hoping to get an offer from.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, just when you're playing a Pac-12 school and you're not, it's just a big game. Even when I was back at Cal Poly in the day, even when we played like Pacific back then, it was a big game for us just because it was Pacific. And so, I don't know, but I know those guys get up. They get up for every game. Obviously, they've done a hell of a job there, but this will be a game that they'll be up for, and we better be up for it too.
As players, and I'm sure as a coach, it's kind of a crazy week. Are you getting a lot of sleep right now, or do you?
Never do. I mean, during the season, you don't get a lot of sleep now. But it's just part of the job. It's fun. It's exciting. We'd rather be doing nothing else. But no, it's long hours and not a whole lot of sleep, but a lot of fun.